too easy. Alright, so it's been a while. So yeah, we got the lift. Thank you to some of you guys and Doge. So that video should hopefully be out before this, but we'll see. The Fearo's on the lift for its first time that it actually needs to be on there because the fuel pump died. So, and then, so it died like right here next to it, and it was facing that way, and I prefer to have it backed onto here. So basically I pushed it down the driveway, and then pushed it back up in here by myself, and that was interesting. I used the starter and I killed the battery. I killed it. So my little ZZP battery is now trash. I tried reviving it. It won't revive. It's dead. So that's dead. So we're gonna be going back to a big battery. My cheap ass can't afford another battery, so we've got one of the many side post batteries that I have laying around from things. So that one's gonna probably go back in here. Hopefully it's good. Otherwise, gotta buy another battery. Hopefully not. I do have a top post, but I'd really prefer to have a side post over a top post in this specific location. So we got to make a battery bracket. This is all the angle iron I got, but I might use, because that angle iron is trash. This stuff I could maybe reuse depending on how crazy I got with welding it. I do have some C channel. Yeah, I won't be able to use that to get in there. To cut that would suck. I do have this big ass shit that came with the lift, but it's really big for no reason. Because it's literally just making a battery tray. So yeah, I'll gotta find some metal. And then hopefully we'll get one of those made. So that's on the agenda today. Honda has been problematic, but yeah, just haven't really got around to too much. Haven't really had too much money to play with on this stuff, so I haven't. This year I want to try and focus on getting some tooling. So now we got the 2 posts. I need to get some of those what the hell are they called? They're like underlift jack stands, basically. The really tall ones that you spin them and they screw up. Just want to get probably at least 2 of those, and then I want to get a hydraulic trans jack. Those are like, well, I mean 2 things, but I want to get 3 total items that I would really like to get. I also really want to get a TIG welder because I kind of would like to make. Now that I think I'm going to stick with the 3800, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I would like to kind of redo the exhaust system and make it better. Like obviously I've got my lovely booger welds on here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any better with a TIG welder, but there's only one way to learn. So, and that's to learn. And at least if I did that, I could make intercooler piping and all that good stuff. So I think having a TIG welder would be a great upgrade. Yeah, I guess I'll stop rambling and get to working on this thing. I am. So when my micro squirt died, I bought a micro squirt with another 8-foot harness. So at some point, I'm slowly acquiring everything to redo the wiring harness from any of these like little pigtails or like the plugs. So I'm buying all the plugs. I think I have pretty much everything I need. I just need to pretty much commit to redoing the wiring. But I want to do a cleaner harness. But I would really like to make the harness look mil-spec. I'm not sure if I am capable of that, but I would really like to try. So that's kind of the goal. So we're gonna give it a shot. Because the game plan is trying to make this look better. Because it looks like a lot of lines and shit happening for no fucking reason. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. So let's get a battery tray made. The battery's gonna sit like right here. So this is the battery tray we had before, and it just sat down in there like so. So that's basically what the next one will be, and then we'll cut out a piece of plastic, put that in the bottom, good to go. That's how I make every one of my battery trays. So, all right, let's do this. All right, so batteries in there. So now, I already drained the fuel the other day, but I'm going to get the lines off, get the old pump out. It's not here yet, but it should be here today. Get the lines off. I already pulled the fuse for the relay, just right on the other side of this. So should be good to go. So I'll just go ahead and get this prep for the new pump. So in case I didn't explain it, fuel pump died on this. This is just like I think it's actually a Most Plus, like 380. So I've had 2 of these die. This one literally, I was running, it was idling, and then it just shut off. I was like, sweet. So I went ahead and bought an AEM 400. So we should be good to go there. Hopefully that's the way to go. I know I've only got a fuel filter on the outlet. I should get one for the inlet. So at some point we'll have to pick up a fuel filter to put in between here and there. So that way it doesn't kill a good pump. But yeah, even though I don't think that's the reason. I think the reason was, I mean, it said when you buy these ones, they say that E85 will shorten the lifespan. So you can see all my really wonderful floor patches from the bottom that need to be addressed. I mean, I wasn't gonna crawl underneath this thing to fix those, so now we can. So at some point we'll be addressing those. I'd like to chassis saver the whole underside of this thing as well, like the stuff we used on the truck for the back of the frame. So yep, let's get this done. Ooh, a real boy. Wow, that was so anticlimactic. I can't do this stuff one-handed, but we got the pump, so let's get it in. All right, new pump is in, and you can't even fucking tell the difference. So new one's in. I did order a fuel filter for between here and there, because I do suspect that that is kind of why that one died. I think it's a mixture of the E85 plus there was some pretty decent buildup. There's a filter at the beginning of these, but I bought just like a cheap PNY, I think it was, 100 micron filter, put in between here and there. So we'll do that at a later time. But yeah, so let's put this thing back down on the ground and see how she works. Slow but surely. Yeah, this thing is the best thing ever. Hopefully I'll have those who donated in the live streams for the slab and lift, have you guys' names on here. It's probably gonna go either on this one or that post. So, but yeah, maybe at some point we'll have other ways for people to put their names on there. So, but yeah, that's the bee's knees. So gotta put some fuel back in the fuel tank and should be good to go. So let's do that. All right, so it lives. My fuel pressure only went up like 3 psi, looks like. We're at 45. I think I'll just run 45, it'll be fine. I just gotta mess with the fueling. So, but yeah, so once this thing finishes up filling up, then we'll be good to go. Give her a little spin, see how she does. and then it'll probably get parked until I can get the fuel filter, because, you know, we don't want to be ruining the new pump. So yeah, let's guess that's all I got. All right, in natural fashion, I've already completed it, but so here's the pre-filter, 100 micron, and I don't remember what the micron of this old boy is, but yeah, so now here's the whole new, so it goes from there, pre-filter, AEM 400, whatever the fuck the after filter is. I think it's pretty low, it's probably like 10 or so, and then up. So now let's put some fuel in it and see where she leaks. All right, today we're gonna make this thing work. So we have the box here. So it's got all these little dip switches in there. So it can do multiple functions. It can do like flash for 5 seconds, basically constantly on, momentary. I think there's one more, but I don't remember what it was. So, but yeah, so we're gonna get this wired in. So far, really the only game plan I have is to have this power the do the churn signals, like have it so I can start it with this. So I have accessory and then a starter button. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens, because we have to. I think the problem might be, I think these are 12 volts, like a 12 volt signal basically, or a 12 volt output. So we would have to change the relay setup for my ignition and that, because it is grounded. So yeah, but yeah, so let's do that. I also have my lap harnesses that I've yet to put in. Been using this old thing, but it likes to just, you know, do that. That's not exactly safe, I would imagine. So we'll get that swapped out hopefully. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. And I'm gonna pull the dash. Dash's probably gonna stay out for a little bit, just because. And then I also have to pull the center console, which sucks because I got to drill out all those rivets again. So I'm contemplating changing up all of that. So we'll see once I have the dash out what I end up doing. All right, so it's one of those things when, you know, you pull off the dash and you're like, I'm gonna do some wiring. So you're like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna. Or you look at your old work and you're like, I hate that. So basically, I'm kind of just cleaning up. I pulled out a good chunk of extra crap. So I don't need the timed relay anymore. That relay I don't need anymore, because now that wire just controls just the fuel pump, or not the fuel pump, but the pump for the water to air setup. So I don't need that anymore. I'm going to probably wire the 2 fans in. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to wire those in, but those will get wired in at a different time. I might have this extra relay on here, so maybe at some point we'll wire them into there. I'd like to have a I would like to put it on a switch, just so it doesn't have to be on all the time, even though it seems like it has to be on all the time. I got to redesign the ducting and all that crap up in the front, or put a different radiator fan in there. I think not a radiator fan, but a different radiator. I think I'm gonna do the 3-core one at some point. Just gotta have the money for it, and then I'll order up the 3-core and we'll put that in, since we're still running the stock one to this car. So 30-year-old radiator, so I'm sure she's due for a replacement. But yeah, especially now that the turbo's water cooled, so that's been keeping my temps up a little bit higher than I care for. But yeah, so let's keep going. I figured I'd show you this mess before I got it cleaned up 100%, or well, probably not 100%, but damn near there. So let's keep going. This is by far the coolest shit ever. Sick. All right, so I figure I'll explain this before it gets even more wild. So
This is NRG's, what the fuck do they call it? Their wireless controller. There is nothing on the internet about these. Like, this piece of paper is all the information that exists, apparently. So, and even then, that didn't even really tell me. So, you've got your 12 volts. So, I have 12 volts constant to this. All right, so we have 12 volts constant going in. And then that wire, or that powers every single one of these. And then when 12 volts into here, black is ground. And then, so each button on the steering wheel has a correlation to which relay it is, which is right here. So, for instance, number 6. So this, I want to be my ignition. So that would be, so if you look on here, 6, which is green. So now I have power into there. So there's 2 wires. So you put 12 volts in, and then you hook it to whatever. So we've got green going in, green coming down, and to the relay, which powers this whole fuse block. So now, when you press this, it turns it on. So, and then there, like I said, there was other functions. So like right here, you can have the instant function, which is basically hold and operate. And then the lock function, which is, I just set it to. Lock blinking function, push 1 time and blink in a speed of 0.4 second time. Push 1 more time to stop. And then a 5-second blinking function. So, and those you use the little dip switches right here. So as you can see, number 6, I turned on for, so there is 2 switch. So there's S1, S2. Top one is S1, bottom one is S2. So basically, you turn on S1 and then off for S2. And that will have it always on. So now, so I had to rewire the relays because I used, so like right here, I used ground, so it's grounded here, and basically the switch is in line with the ground, and it's a grounded relay. So I have to rewire my relay setup in order for that to work. So I rewired the front, and now I'll probably try and clean the wires up just a smidge, and then after that we have to rewire all the relays in here. So that's the next step, so let's do that. All right, so I got it wired. I still gotta wire in those switches, but they are there. So thing works pretty cool. Easy enough. So gotta just clean up the wiring now at this point, get it all tucked away, and then figure out a temporary spot for the gauges and all that crap. So, but yeah, there she is. All right, so I took out the seat so that way we can get these harnesses changed out. I have the, oh, right there, the Sparkle Boys, so we can finish putting in the harness. And the paint's kind of worn out, so I'm gonna have some fun, I guess. So gonna probably tape off like right there, but first I'm gonna put down a layer of black, and then we'll I'll tape off like a line, and then maybe have some fun with it. So let's do that. Ooh, that turned out cool. Alright, so we're going to work on the doors now. So obviously I have stripped down the doors. So this is what we're looking at. So that comes off, and then this is what we get underneath it. I'm going to probably cut this off, cut this off, cut this off, and that should be about all I can do. And then obviously latch will be staying, but basically I'm going to run no door cards, and And then the game plan over any of these holes, I'm gonna put some plexiglass. I picked up some of this stuff, and yeah, so we're gonna put that over it. So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get these things off. Then obviously we're gonna paint it like the floor. So let's do this. Okay, so there she is. It turned out pretty cool. I did buy some glow paint and I splattered that on there too. I guess we'll find out how that looks. And then I sprayed it inside all up in here with the glow stuff. Might have to put more on later. Because the game plan is to maybe eventually put some lights inside the door to like shine up. And then we'll obviously have the plexiglass over these holes. Those are going to be interesting to do just because it's not level. But we'll figure it out. Our worst case scenario, this is how we run it. But yeah, so that's one door. Now we gotta, I got this thing off. So I actually ended up pulling off this whole thing, the locking mechanism, pull out this rod, get rid of this wiring. This is like your doors open switch. I don't use that. And then this is your door lock. This is your power, or this is for your locks, for like the power locks, which we don't have. The only thing we need in here is for the power windows, which is right there. So yeah. Oh yeah, and then this bracket. So let's do it all over again. Well, naturally I ran out of black. My dumb ass started spraying that and I shouldn't have. But I still would have ran out of black. I need more black. So, gotta run to the store, grab some black. When we come back, then we can do the splatter. So, and that side you guys already seen, but looking pretty sweet. I like it. So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and run to the store real quick. Alright, so naturally filming the end into this video and forgot to do an ending. So obviously we got this going. It's the glow paint didn't work, or at least I haven't noticed it yet. But it all works. I still got to wire in the churn signals. And that's kind of the gist. You guys pretty much seeing everything. I'll eventually get around to wiring those in. Some future things I'd like to do soon is we're going to be doing a dash at some point. I would like to make one out of fiberglass, carbon fiber, or something like that. I don't know if I can afford to do the carbon fiber yet, so we'll do fiberglass at the minimal, and then either fiberglass and flock it or fiberglass and carbon. One of those two. All just depends. What's in the budget and what I end up ultimately really wanting to do. So we got that. I'm probably gonna order some light bars for those because, as you can tell, that one is seen better days. They're all kind of getting real sad, so it's time to upgrade. Center console, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do about that yet, but I guess we'll get there when we get there. Other than that, I guess that's all I got. So far so good. This thing's, I've put like probably 2,000 miles on this thing already, so she's holding up good. So you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Oh, and here is the battery. But yeah, be out.